Mission moves at the speed of relationship. Hey, I'm Pastor Matt with your Missionary Pathway Mission Insight. And today's insight actually came from going to a collaborative conference where we were talking about building collaborative church planting networks. And we were hanging out with New Thing Ministry, and they were sharing how they had these collaborative networks all over the world. And I began to think, man, how does that even begin? How do you begin to collaborate together groups of churches around mission? I thought it would be some big, bold strategy. Maybe it's a binder filled with the big strategic plan you need. And as I asked the question, I was surprised by the answer at first. It starts with barbecue. It's like a barbecue. Mission in a community, gathering churches together, seeing churches planted all over a region begins with a barbecue. Yes, because mission begins at the speed of relationship. And so one of the things they will do when they see church planting networks come together, churches that are planting churches together, is they'll gather those pastors together and they'll just give them time and opportunity to hang out. As those relationships begin to build, the collaboration among them begins to build until eventually you have a church planting network. And as I thought about that, I thought, that's brilliant. See, whether you're talking about a collaborative network of churches gathering together to plant churches in a region or an area, or you're simply talking about going on mission in your neighborhood, mission always happens at the speed of relationship. With that in mind, you need to keep a few things in mind. One, relationships take time. You can't just simply schedule out a relationship and decide when it's going to become a deep relationship. You have to be willing to invest time in building relationships because relationships happen over time, and in different cultures, they will happen at different paces. But you have to be willing to go the speed of relationship in your culture. And the other thing is this: you need to be willing to make space to build relationships. Relationships take time, but they also take space. Being willing to be in other people's space and being willing to have other people in your space, creating space in your calendar and space for you to connect relationally. You need to create space. Time and space help create relationships, but when relationships begin to develop, relationships create opportunities to share. Opportunities to share the things that are important to you, to hear the things that are important to other people, and ultimately the opportunity to share the gospel. Whether you're talking about sharing the gospel with somebody that doesn't know the gospel, or you're talking about sharing in the opportunity to plant the gospel places with other people that know and believe the gospel. See, relationships create opportunities to share. And so realize mission goes at the speed of relationship. I hope this mission insight was helpful for you. If you could use more helpful mission insights, check out the Kairos Network on YouTube. We've got a list of mission insights to begin to help you think missionally. And if you'd like to dig deeper into what it looks like to plant the gospel and make disciples in the places you live, work, learn, and play, I want to encourage you, check out the Missionary Pathway. At missionarypathway.org, you can find a simple and reproducible training that you can do to be able to learn how to go out in the places you live, work, learn, and play, and share the gospel and see disciples made. So however we can help you, feel free to dig in right here at the Kairos Network.